Good morning. I'm Thobeka Sillo and I'm responsible for the subject CAT at Gr.12 District. Today I'm going to share with you the tips of the examination for 2013. But before I can do that, I've got a special message that I want to share with you with all the grade 12s of the Free State that are going to write the exams in 2013. And the message goes as follows. Be the best. There will never be a better you than you. There will never be a better me than me. Some might try to copy the way you think, speak and act, but no matter how hard they try, there will only be a second best you because you are unique. And so today, as you march out into a world that needs people playing extraordinary with their lives, remember, there will never be a better time to be the best you than today. We're wishing you everything of the best of your exams and from all the CAT Free State team. Right, now let us go back to the business of the day. Right, today the preparation, it is about the paper 2, that is theory. The first thing that you're going to get when you get the paper, you'll find the instructions and information of the question paper. Right, I want to tell you something very special when we get your question paper. It's very, very important to read the instruction. This is the question paper that you're going to get, and the marks is 150, time is 3 hours. I realize most of you, when you are writing paper 2, you take things for granted. You want to write the paper over 1 hour and just get over it. But the most important, you need to take your own time so as you can read the instructions very carefully. The question paper consists of section A and section B. And you must answer all the questions. Number the answers correctly according to the numbering system used in the question paper. And then you start each question on a new page. This is very important because if you are going to use your own numbering system, not exactly as from the question paper, the markers sometimes they get confused, not knowing exactly which question are you trying to answer. You start a question on a new page. Do not write in the right-hand margin. Only the markers are writing in the right-hand margin. And leave a line between each sub-question. For instance, you will be writing 1.1 and the answers, you leave one space before you can write 1.2. Section A. For section A, you're going to have short question based on all three LOs. And then question 1 is matching items. Question 2 is multiple choice questions. Right. Now when you go back again to our question paper, you will see section A, question 1 is matching items. It's very important again to read the instructions. Choose a term or concept from column B that matches a description in column A. Write only the letter A to R next to the question number 1.1 in the answer book. For example, 1.11s. You do not rewrite the answer. You need to read the instructions very careful. When you look on question 1, our section A, 1.1, a component that determines the quality of the display on a screen. You cannot know the answer immediately if you don't reread again what the question is there. A component that determines the quality of a display on a screen. Immediately, you need to know what is that. And then the answer, it will be the graphic. And then you go to column B to check whether the graphic or the video card is there. And then now you go downwards for the answer. You will see the graphic or the video card, it is there. That is our answer for 1.1. Now for 1.2, a utility program that will speed up disk access by rearranging the content of a hard disk. Immediately, you need to think the rearranging of the disk access. What will be that? Then it is a disk defragmenter. And then you go to column B to check the disk defragmenter is there. Yes, the answer is there. Otherwise, if you're going to read the instructions and then now you want to go to column B, you look all the alternative answers. Sometimes you get confused because sometimes, especially on column B, there are answers that might be similar but not the correct answer. So the tip here is you read the instruction for the first time, you reread it again for the second time, and you must be sure of your answer before you can go to column B to check the correct answer. Let us try the last one. 1.3. A device that protects your computer against the power dip. I mean, a device that protects your computer against power dip. If you do have the power failure, what is going to protect your computer? It is what? It is the power supply. Then I can go to column B and then I check my answer. My answer is M. Then it means it is the power supply. Right. Now we are done with question 1. Let us proceed now to question 2. Question 2 is a multiple choice question. Alright. Now when we open our question paper, we again go to question 2. That is our multiple choice question. This is also very important to read the instructions. Now in question 2, we'll find again we have the instruction there where you need to read it very careful before you can proceed answering the question. Various options are provided as possible answers to the question. Choose the answer and write only the letter A next to the question number 2.1 in the answer book, for example 2.11e. Before you can attempt to answer the question 2, it's also important to read the instruction. For instance, 2.1, which one of the following components is the least important in terms of the functioning of a computer? Which of the following component is the least important in terms of the functioning of a computer? Right. A is memory. Is memory least important? Definitely memory is important. B is a hard disk. Is the hard disk least important or important? Definitely. For the functioning of the computer, hard disk is important. And then the processor is the least important for the functioning of the computer. Definitely processor is important. The DVD writer, is the DVD writer least important or important? Can any one of you answer that question for me? I can see you are trying to do that. Come Tabiso. That's correct. So D, it is the correct answer because I can work with my computer without a DVD writer. So it's very important to read the instruction before you can make the decision of the correct answer. Right. Let us carry on to the second one. Right. Let us move to question 2.2. Which one of the following statement about good password practice or policy is false? A. Password should be changed frequently. B. It is better to use the same password for every situation that requires one. C. Your identity number is not a good example for a secure password. And D. Never tell other people that your password is. Anyone who can assist here with an answer? Come on, come on. I want to hear the answer now from the girls. The first one comes from Tabiso. Come on, girls. Correct. The second answer here, it is B. So that is the false statement about good password practice. Now when you go to the third one, 2.3, which one of the following is the best option to choose if you think the web page you are viewing is outdated? Remember, web page. The keyword again here is web page. Right. A. Change to a different ISP. Is the ISP, Internet Service Provider, a web page? No. Update your antivirus. Is the antivirus web page? No. Refresh the web page or change to a 3G connection. 3G connection is the web page. Therefore, the correct answer is C. All right. Now we carry on now to section B. A variety of questions based on given real life and scenario. So now when you approach section B, that is question 3, you will be given a scenario. So most of the questions are based on given life end of the scenario. Right now, we open again our question paper and then we move down to question 3. This is the scenario we're talking about. A team of computer application technology learners have decided to work at a cyber cafe to raise funds for their school. They will be required to answer computer-related questions for their Mr. Wu. Right. Now, when we are approaching question 3, most of the questions for question 3 are from hardware. All right. Now, we check for digital divide, the specification of computers, webcam, video conferencing, photos, visually impaired or other disabilities such as sight, hearing, and text-to-voice, voice recognition software, wireless mouse versus optical mouse, CD, DVD, and Blu-rays. These are mostly questions that are asked in question 3. Now, let us quickly go again to our question paper to see what is going on now for our question 3. Remember, we talk about the specifications and our advertisement. Definitely, they do have their specifications for question 3. And then now we move down, look for 3.2. Name 2 hardwares components from the advertisement above. All right. That will play a significant role in determining the overall performance of the computer. It has been listed from our presentation. Look for video editing. Video editing, it is there again for question 3. USB port, plug and play, DVD. We have listed that DVD again. These are the mostly common asked question for question 3. Dual layer device. Look for webcam. Webcam is there. Look for integrated. Integrated, it is there. What is means by integrated webcam? And then now look for cap. Cap soon disappears. And again, webcam for Skype session. And then we move down there to see which things can be there for question 3. On-site warranty and the external hard drive. Most of the question again for question 3, it has a lot about printing. So you need to study everything concerning printing and visually impaired. Now question 4, most of the question 4, frequently asked question for question 4 is about software. Alright. Now you go and study for spyware, adware, phishing, identity theft, antivirus, how they infect the PCs, type of updates, reasons and how you do it, patch, open source and property source, password to set one guidelines and backup, how and with what when you want to do the backup, cloud computing, reasons for the storage, licensing types and differences of licensing, that is the site licensing, multi and single user licensing, and all the questions about the operating system. Right. Now when you go to our question 4 down there, slowly let's go to question 4 to check whether most of the questions are based on software. There you go. Question 4.1. Everything about operating system and application program. And you also need to state the advantages of using the Office suite. Office suite, again, it is the software. Give one reason why many people still using the proprietary software such as Microsoft and the open source software. All right. And then now we go down to 4.5, viruses. Viruses is there. We have also listed viruses. It's one of the questions that mostly frequently asked in our question paper. And then now let us go down to 4.5. Good reasons that you need to know about the good policies. Let us go again to question 4.7. Now you also need to know the type of licensing, single user licensing and multi-user licensing and aside licensing. All right. Now, we carry on now to question 5. Question 5 also is about network. These are the mostly frequently, if we check now the previous question papers, they are mostly there on question 5. For instance, you must go and study for local area network, wireless, local area network, and wide area network. There are advantages, disadvantages, definitions, and example. You must know network as a whole, the advantages and disadvantages, the hardware, the types of the hardware that you are going to use on networking. For instance, switch, wireless network, advantages and disadvantages, broadband versus dial-up, advantages, reasons and types, what is kept versus unkept, hotspot, and cloud computing. Now, when you quickly go back again to our question paper, that is question 5, let us quickly check what is happening there for question 5. Right, there you go. Question 5 is about network. The CAT learners notice that all computers in Cyber Cafe are linked to network. What are the benefits of network? All right. Will the network of Cyber Cafe be an example of local area network or wide area network? And then now you need to name the disadvantages of running a network in a Cyber Cafe. There you go again, hotspot. Hotspot is there. We have listed the hotspot. The digital divide. Some of the questions, they overlap. You can find them in question 5. You can find them in question 3. The best thing, you must know all your work, the content of grade 12. And then now we go down again to see what we can get. Look for RSS. RSS again, it is there. And then the social networking. Social networking again, it is listed on question 5. Right. We move to question 6. Question 6 is based on communication. Your email, must know the email, the attachment, CC carbon copy, and blind carbon copy. Email netiquette, security with emailing and guidelines, web browser, search engine, radio frequency identification device. You must also know everything about green computing, voice over internet protocol, and phishing. Web-based email account, the advantage and disadvantages of using the web-based email, and then the verification of information on the internet, blog versus video blog, rich site summary, really simple simplification, advantage, definition, and the main purpose, mailing and distribution list, and social networking. Right. Now when you go to our question 6 down there, slowly, question 6. Right. As you can see, email is there for question 6. Name 3 netiquette of emailing, the rules of how to use the email. And then now web browser and the search engine. Right. Explain the difference between the carbon copy and the blind carbon copy field, and the spam. RFID, it is also there. And write down collective name used for broken, discarded, or unwanted electronic hardware. Everything about green computing, you must know that. Voice over internet protocol, Skype, it is there. So now these are the tips that you can use when you are studying now for your final examination. And now for question 7. Question 7, mostly the questions that are asked for question 7, it is for MS Word, Excel, and Access. Teachers work through the previous question papers with the learners on this question because it depends which application is going to be used for that particular question. Tips for success. Revision of the theory section of the work is best done by working out questions from previous question papers and verify your answers against memorandum. Ensure that you have covered the grade 12 content in full because this is going to assist you to be in a position to answer all the question papers in a question paper. I want to wish you everything of the best for your exams, and want also to thank you, the University of the Free State, for giving us this opportunity to help our learners during their examination.